energy clearing means, yes, getting hardcore on spiritual hygiene, right, which has been coming up quite a few times in previous readings recently. But it also means there's some situations where you actually can't necessarily control the environment. There's other people's kind of energy that want to project onto you, okay? So when you've been in situations like that, there's this need to kind of really remember that, yes, spiritual hygiene is a real priority for you, right? And that's just not, yes, your physical body, also your emotional body, your mental body, your energetic body, just all of the layers of you, right? But there's also this need to remember that when other energies come through, filter through, especially when the darker energies is what's coming through here as well with the Ten of Swords, you need to cleanse and clear your energy. Even when you've been in situations, whether it's habits of your own that you've been kind of consuming within, if that makes sense, right? Yes, there's a need to retreat sometimes, but within that retreat, it's about overcoming what it is that pulled on your energy, right, and calling your power back to you. Something that's really important in order for you to really work on moving forwards, right? So Eight of Pentacles, not like you're suddenly magically just, you have to work on yourself, basically. That's what's coming through, to bring that internal balance back, right? And to not feel like, you're falling into other people's, whatever they want of you, acting from a place where there's, I'm hearing kind of feeling like you're lacking within, right? So there's definitely a need here where someone is disconnecting, and now the Tower as well. Like, this is heavy energy, okay? I think that someone's carried a lot of energy within them from darker times, okay? But they're also recognizing that the more they disconnect and retreat, the more they understand how to heal here with this Star, and find oneness, that inner alignment within themselves, and understand better what their truth is instead of being pulled left, right, and center. The more they're recognizing what it means with this Lover's card and this Eight of Wands, someone really wants to work on following through on this. There could be conversations. I saw a boombox. Haven't seen one of those in ages. Like, these young people were walking around with a boombox earlier, and it really made me think of this expression, this bold expression. I'm hearing grand gestures, performer kind of energies, right? And I do feel like someone wants to come through with some kind of conversations towards their heart's desires, is what I'm hearing, with the Lovers and the Nine of Cups and the Eight of Wands, right? But it's not come, it's kind of it's come with the recognition. Seven of Swords. It's come with a recognition that either they feel betrayed, but they need to find some clarity on this situation, but also they could have themselves projected that onto somebody else too, okay? There's definitely something about someone's self-esteem is massively impacted, okay? But again, they were carrying that heavier energy around within them, so they weren't practicing spiritual hygiene at the time. There was too much. I'm seeing too many potions in the brew. That's how it feels. This was coming through, okay? Nine of Wands. I was stuck in this energy for a while, whatever this Tower was. And Ten of Swords. Okay. And I think that, let me just see. Yeah, I feel like there's a celebration ahead. Okay. Especially with this Strength card. Someone's really mustering the courage. That's the saying, right? So someone's really gathering this beautiful courage to move forward. We've got the King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck as well. So this inner strength, this inner stability is what they're wanting to cultivate right now, which they are, right? But it's kind of I'm hearing something about something about nature as well, grounding is really important. We've got the Sun here, and now the Queen of Pentacles that has just come out as well, okay? So definitely there's definitely this energy of someone's really gained a lot of clarity on what decision they want to make, the direction in which they want to go, and the arrows they want to shoot in that direction is what I'm seeing, which is the messages, is what I'm hearing. So there could be opportunities coming through. We've got this Queen of Pentacles coming out with the Eight of Pentacles. There could be somebody who's really been working a lot on their abundant path, their career, their purpose, that kind of thing. There's definitely a lot hidden yet with this High Priestess and that Seven of Swords, Five of Pentacles. they haven't expressed their truth of how they truly felt, left down and out or betrayed or whatever. But also I think there's been a lack of conversation about the truth of what happened in this situation. So I think that there's some kind of, either there's truly been a betrayal, or there's someone who feels betrayed and they haven't actually expressed their emotions to clear through this, to understand the situation properly, okay? But this is coming. Two of Wands, conversation. Truly, that conversation is really coming through heavy. And it's going to clear the air. I mean, I just feel like with this kind of card as well, specifically, they're really having a beautiful conversation, but it's like, I feel like there's this energy, okay, let's just clear through this. We're going to take small actions to kind of understand the situation. So if whatever the roadblocks were, whatever we were tripping over on the path, let's just pause, spend a moment to reclaim that power. And somebody has been doing this, you know. Very, very, I think someone stayed single, or it's just that they say to themselves, whatever it is, focused on their path, right? It could be to do, they've redirected their focus to do with money, and that could have been something that they really struggled with as well, as in like they might have had quite like the Tower came out there, so it's kind of like, it came out with the Tower, sorry, so it's kind of like they've been regaining their independence from this like wounded feminine energy, is what I'm getting here. Again, that could be within, you know, that inner healing that was really keeping them in this, like, I'm hearing like a really dark emotion, you know, even depression it could be, but definitely something where they just, I feel like their wounds were really being fed on, and yeah, it doesn't seem like a nice energy at all, but they were then stuck in that situation because of these wounds and traumas. But I do strongly feel like this is somebody's internal way, so it's like, even if they think they can't leave, they can, and they have I think they've been understanding their independence from this situation way more, because I don't think they realised this. They were kind of, I'm seeing like obsession, or maybe even addiction or something, and somebody was really pulling the strings here, but this is what they're finally, Three of Swords, clearing through, okay, in order to move forwards towards this other side over here. Yeah, the Hanged Man, whatever's been on pause for a very long time, the Hanged Man here. So it's kind of like, that's what they're gathering their strength to, for this celebration that's coming through, this joy, this kind of heart's fulfillment, okay? Oh, that was a Devil at the bottom of the deck there as well. Yeah, I think there's definitely some kind of addiction. I've heard addiction there specifically, but I don't, you know, it could be different for different people. Yeah, Six of Wands and the I've literally just heard sailing into the sunset. Wow, there could be genuine travel here. Towards like this success path, but I feel like the success path is more related to whatever is fueling your heart now, what your heart really desires, what brings you inner peace. And you know, that doesn't mean everything's just like fine and perfect. You've always got to work through things, right? So that's the beauty of it. You get to do that and really learn yourself and others along the way, along this journey. But there's definitely this like more calmer energy moving forwards, because someone's going to be presenting more with clarity, authenticity, and there's going to be this opportunity for calling in that joy once this clarity has been gained. This feels like someone who has this ability to bring out a different version in others, a hidden version, if you will. Okay, oh, Queen of Cups and the Six of Cups. Okay, so this could be something to do with the past. Maybe someone was too overgiving in the past and they weren't working on themselves, but that's changed. Someone started to really, this feminine energy is really starting to recognize her worth and find her power within that, right? And that is within her purpose, which is the beauty of it actually, because it's actually aligned herself with what she truly has desired for a very long time, which is a direction towards, like a clear direction to a path which isn't attached to anyone outside of her, right? I think in the past there might have been this situation of allowing yourself to be pulled into, Ace of Wands, someone else's impulsive kind of fiery driven energy, and that's what caused this feeling of betrayal. Okay, intuition, there's something about intuition. This is heavy here. A lot of passion. Empress at the bottom of the deck, Eight of Cups. It's time to move on. It's time to move on. Got the Empress here, is beautiful, because you're not, I think that the energies that I'm picking up here, they're not living in the past anymore, right? But with this clarity that clearly needs to come through, there's still this kind of, it's like once you clear through this, I'm not going to say closure, because that's not, I feel like that's just, it's all about what's happening within you, okay? But if you want to come back into a certain situation here is what I'm seeing, that truly fuels your heart, the fires to move forwards, this beautiful energy, the sun and the lovers and the Six of Wands. I mean, gosh, that's so nice, right? But I think that there was a lack of self-respect, self-love, if you will. And I don't think it was intentional. I think it was just something that was happening in the subconscious mind. And yeah, look at this, love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive, past life relationship. This is really interesting. I think that you might have shown each other the wounds that were beneath the surface that you didn't realise in the past until whatever this was came into wedding fruition. Okay, the situation involves marriage. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Interesting. Finances and career. Okay, I was talking about finances, so there's definitely something about someone's abundant path that's really I just keep hearing fruition, like fruitful, but I think someone's working on that right now. With the Eight of Pentacles as well. Their focus has shifted since whatever happened in the past is what I'm getting. Okay. Let go of control issues. Right, if somebody has this kind of idea of like a certain path, you know, you have to get engaged at this stage, whatever, married, then all this kind of stuff, that needs to be released. That's the template that you have been fixed and conditioned with from the moment you entered whatever situation around you, the society. And it's kind of hindered someone. It's hindered their growth, their evolution. Truly allow the situation to unfold naturally. That's come out with the wedding card, and I honestly feel like somebody needs to release these kind of, I feel like there's like these chains of it has to be like this, you know, it doesn't. Once you step into your divine flow, that flow state, right? Somebody said that the other day, beautiful way of putting it. Then yeah, truly, separation, right? I think someone hasn't expressed their feelings, which has led to like this internal separation is what I'm hearing actually, which is interesting. But it could have also led to, yeah, worth waiting for. Kind of led to this kind of separation between you and someone else. Okay, chemistry card. There's definitely, I was feeling that kind of, yeah, there's a magnetic pull, if you will. But I think that magnetic pull is truly your heart pulling you back to yourself. It's like not even to another person. It's to your truth, which is why you're being guided here to really let go of control, because divine wants to create something even more beautiful than you can imagine. If you want proof of miracles, release the need to control. I think you already have a lot of proof of miracles actually is what I'm getting. But faith, there's something big about faith. If somebody lost their faith, children, I think from a very young age, whatever happened, I think there might have been a betrayal from a very young age. Okay, that separated themselves from their truth there. Yeah. There could also be maybe children present, or something about there could have been a child in the history of whatever this is. Okay, someone's freeing themselves from whatever situation whether it's internally, you deserve love, you are lovable. Yeah, I think it's to do with the inner child. I really do. They never taught self-love. I think that there was, because of the betrayal energy that was coming through, I think that they've really had to learn how to handle that emotion. I still don't think they're very good at it, speaking, you know, expressing themselves. But I feel like there's a romantic energy here as well, though, which is really interesting. So I feel like, you know, with these romantic feelings as well, your feelings are real and worth exploring. And I think that from a very young age, they weren't taught that. They were probably taught to, like, shut up or whatever, you know, and it's not healthy. Regardless of whether you're a male-embodied, female-embodied, whatever gender you might be, it's important to learn how to express your love healthily, which is also another part of cleansing and clearing, right? That emotional body that I'm talking about, that emotional layer that massively impacts everything else, the domino effects, ripples. Okay, 555. Nothing will come of this situation. Yeah. I think that's to do with, let's just find out some more as well. Emotions are running high, hold your vision. And that wanted to come out as our win-win outcome is forecast. Okay. I think someone here, I think they're holding themselves back. Okay, let's just find out some more. Yeah. It's time to release negativity. It's a negativity that they're holding on to. Okay. Full moon in Scorpio. You are good enough. My gosh, it's all about self-worth, really, full moon in Virgo. Okay. So those might have been important dates, actually. So March time, especially March and May, okay, where someone was really realising a lot about kind of whatever hurts they've been through, okay. Adjustments are required, and they're understanding that they need to make these adjustments. You know, it's really interesting. I think this is why they've been guided to really call their power back from wherever it was given. I was talking about that wounded feminine energy, right? To reclaim that we're away from that tower and staying stuck in there, but actually understanding that actually they're the light. Okay, look at the bigger picture for women in Sagittarius, literally like right now as I'm recording this. Yeah, looking at the bigger picture, not being so bogged down by details and just allowing themselves to see that actually there's more to it that isn't being surfaced right now or they haven't seen yet. Your commitment is being tested. Win-win outcome is forecast. It wanted to come out, so that's really important for somebody. Yeah, your commitment is being tested. Commitment to yourself, commitment to your path, and also your commitment to your truth. Are you going to honour that now? I'm also hearing that something about a child could have come about and that kind of cemented the separation, if you will, right? So if there could have been a potential to come back, something stopped them that was out of their control. Well, you know, whatever it was unexpected that came along, okay? All right, let's see. Write about your thoughts and feelings. So maybe I was talking about a performer coming through, so maybe you are creative, right? Or maybe this is something that's going to help you. Maybe you have been journaling a lot, okay? It doesn't matter about whether you spell the words right or not. It's your expression on paper or wherever it is that feels right for you, okay? Honour that. It's your unique expression. Decide to be happy now. Again, this is someone, and that is the lovers. They are going to riding into the sunset, right? Sailing into the sunset. Really stunning. I've heard something about a cruise or something as well. I'm not sure if that's relevant for somebody. Caribbean. Keep your eyes on your targeted intention. They fully know what they want. Yeah, it's just the, I'm hearing the internal wounds, okay? I think that maybe they're scared to show their internal wounds to somebody, their shadows. You know, will it be loved? Will it be accepted? Can you expect somebody else to really understand you and see you? I think this holds someone back, but, and also explains their behaviour as well, especially if it's been like lustfully led or, you know, just why they're so prone to addictions and obsession, that kind of thing. Okay, make a commitment. That's giving me that wedding vibe as well. That came out earlier. So I think somebody wants to make a commitment to this new beginning and a fresh start. Yeah. Honour and trust your feelings. So regardless of anyone outside of you, this is your new beginning, okay? Your home is protected by angels. And maybe you need to cleanse your home as well. Yeah, protecting, remember, cleansing, energy cleansing is not just use what you're connected to, where you are the majority of your time, whether that's your home, a place of work or something, whatever it is, you know, everything needs that cleansing energy, okay? And you know, it's interesting when you cleanse and you notice who leaves, somehow magically disappears. Well, not disappears, I mean, it's just that you notice that then the door ends up being open for them to walk, and they walk, right? You don't need to do anything. Beauty of cleansing, okay? Go forward fearlessly. Be gentle with yourself. Someone needs to. I think there's a lot of inner child healing, innocence. Puppies. Maybe there's someone's had a new puppy, or they've got a beautiful pet, spirit pet, maybe even a spirit baby, okay? But it's about recognizing your innocence to bring you to that inner peace again, and your little child inner peace. Prayer will help this situation, okay? God is in charge. Again, divine unfold. If you want the best of the situation, surrender to divine. Stay aligned on your path with your purpose as much as you can, which does require that inner work to understand what that is. Okay, that's not easy. It's not clear. You have to go through. You have to go through the motions. You have to feel through everything you feel through. You can't just pretend to be a certain way because that's how it's supposed to be. Then you'll get the gold, the part of the end of the rainbow. No, you have to feel through all the different colours of the rainbow, which is all within you. And you know what, as you do that, you recognize all the layers of you and all the magic in those layers, okay? Because you face everything that's been blocking that. Okay, and that's again, warrior's path is coming to mind. Strength, truly. strength. And that's why there's been a hanged man for this celebration that truly is coming through. And then there's been this opportunity to truly express yourself about what's been happening, your feelings. Even if this is to do with something to do with abundance, because something about that's really important. Do not be swayed off your abundant path, especially divine feminines. There's something about that so important right now. Okay, getting a lot of someone can see someone shining as well. I can see, and they're recognizing how they need to step up, and they want to voice their truth. Wow, that's stunning. They've been really healing through, because they've clearly been healing to release this. They've been releasing a lot of emotion, finding way more balance in themselves, understanding their emotions towards whatever this is that they want to move towards, this alignment, this divine justice, okay? And this high level of commitment that's been coming out, okay? Make a commitment. Allow each other room to, for what you both desire, okay? And again, this can be any kind of connection, you know? So know that adjustments are going to be made here, whatever this is, so you can really step back and have this beautiful win-win outcome that's coming in, okay? It all comes with the process we just mentioned, all right? Let me know if this beautiful message was for you, okay? Sending so much love.